Greetings and felicitations, YouTube. Jarl of the Appian Way, back again, this time with a replay from a pretty cool event that happened this weekend. So, Heir of Carthage was gone all weekend, and that kind of got the boys on the Discord to thinking, hey, what kind of trouble can we get up to while he's gone? And the best idea that was floated around there was basically, let's have a tournament. From four members of Heir of Carthage's Discord, specifically designed for people who are new to multiplayer, new in a vague way, new to Warhammer, new to Total War. Maybe they've never played multiplayer before, and it was dubbed the Aspiring Champion Tournament, and it was hosted on Wicked's Twitch over the course of the weekend. What I have here is a recording from round 2. So there were 16 people who signed up for this. And this is the first matchup of round 2 between Oak and Ins3curity. We'll see here. And I should have checked this beforehand, but I didn't check to see which one is playing High Elves, which one's playing Dwarves. But this is actually a really cool matchup. I love watching High Elves versus Dawi. So anyway, let's go down the roster here. Spearman with 1 XP Chevron on each one, and a distant Ethelmar Chariot. Oh wait, there's another one on this side, isn't there? No, this is Silver Helms. Okay, and as well we have the Pyrmane Company, which is Regiment of Renown White Lions of Trace, Swordmasters of Hoeth, Tyrion on horseback. Let's see here. What did he bring Tyrion's abilities? Let's find out. Tyrion has Fate and Riposte, which is great. Stand Your Ground, Foe Seeker, Heart of Avalorn, which will give him a burst of health when he starts to get low. Alright, then we have Sisters of Avalorn, 2 units, which is not a bad call, and Mage of Life. So he intends to stand up in a fight for a while, heal lots of damage, ambush with chariots and silver helms, and just see what that can get him. I really like this play. I love forward deploying units in these little woods here, and I've done it before with Tawi using rangers. So here's miners with blasting charges, 3 units, so they're just going to ambush forward and throw explosives at the enemy and then retreat. We already see an artillery barrage coming in too, so let's see the rest of the Dawi. We have Dwarf Warriors. Looks like 2 units. I feel like this is... I could be mistaken, but I bet you that the player for the Dawi here has been playing a lot of Rome 2 multiplayer, because this feels very much like a Rome 2 setup. As thin of a line as you can, infantry kind of with enough space between each unit that you can maneuver and basically do your best to try not to get outflanked. Anyway, so we have the 2 units of Dwarf Warriors up front of their main formation, 2 units of Dwarf Warriors with great weapons, each one supported by a hero. There's a Runesmith and there's Ungrim Iron Fist. 1, 2, 3 Thunderers, unique formation, probably designed to try and kill what comes into this box here. A Giant Slayer, a Slayer, and another Giant Slayer on the flanks. Oh, here's another Thunderer off in the far left flank, and we also have a Grudge Thrower. Did I miss anything, or is that it? That looks like everything, so let's get this show on the road. Artillery is already going after Spearman. That must have been auto fire turned on there, because it probably would have been better to save the ammo for Pyrmane Company, but definitely would rather have that artillery targeting the Swordmasters of Hoeth. Here comes the charge. It should come into sight of the miners. Yeah, the miners are definitely visible now. And are we going to get some blasting charges in at the very beginning? The answer is yes, and they oh, that was a cool idea. Went right over top of the Spearman and just went straight for the Pyrmane Company. Oh man, and he put them. That's some top tier level moves there. That's awesome. Miners, the Dawi player puts them on the defensive mode so that they can still shoot while even though they're engaged in melee. So that unit's going to get surrounded and probably overwhelmed fairly quickly. Spearmen are the right unit to choose to face them, but I would go ahead and flank them. Get that other high elf spearmen into the back end of them. Yep, that's a done unit. We'll see if those other 2 miners can do anything for the rest of the fight at this stage. The chariots are starting to move up on the flank, as are the silver helms, and the Sisters of Avalorn have already opened fire. They're getting shot up by artillery. However, they've targeted the first unit of Thunderers. Alright, so the High Elf infantry is going to lose the engagement back here as the other unit of Miners of Blasting Charges have now gotten into combat. Oh, well, maybe not. They've already routed the first group, but not without extensive damage. Alright, here comes the Dwarf Warriors with great weapons to support their other Dwarf Warriors. And the Sister of Avalorn over here taking plenty of damage, but they're getting an Earthblood. Looks like those Thunderers are gonna be routed fairly soon here, and some of those shots are actually landing on the Dwarf Warriors as well. And I believe that's, yeah, Tyrion's mixed up in that fight as well. So those 2 units of infantry are going to be toast. Giant Slayer got into the Spearmen. Oh, great call, throwing in the Swordmasters of Hoeth here. This will be interesting. So Giant Slayers have plenty of anti-armor. Oh, he kind of shot the gap a little bit with the Swordmasters, and then he's going to get into the back end of the Slayers. So that unit's going to be gone. The Sisters of Avalorn are also focus firing them out. Swordmasters are actually waiting to get activated. They've skimmed the gap here. Oh, and man, we've missed the artillery charge. Look at that. Theelmar Chariots and the Silver Helms getting a lot of work done. They've damaged up the Grudge Thrower pretty heavily. But the Silver Helms are going to have to rout in the face of all of these Slayers. But the Theelmar Chariot, they're gonna get some work done, even though they're getting shot up by Thunderers. With enough micro on the behalf of the High Elf player, he's gonna run over a lot of ranged skirmishers. Swordmasters of Hoeth are tearing apart the Giant Slayers. That's excellent. And oh, we've got a 1v1 here. Look at this. This is great. So we've got Ungrim Ironfist Deadly Onslaught going up against Tyrion. This is lovely.
Battery low.
Whoop. Sounds like my headset's battery is running low. Sisters of Avalorn are doing great work against these Dwarf Warriors. Pure Main Company versus Dwarf Warriors. Pure Main Company's got that fight. The Thunder is going to be shooting up the... Oh, yep. Now it's a 1v1 duel between Thunderers with all of their health and most of their ammo versus Sisters of Avalorn. And this fight is now thoroughly mixed up. Those Dwarf Warriors are great. Oh, those are Giant Slayers in the distance. They're going to win that engagement, even though they're getting peppered. Oh, the Miners have caught up with the Sisters of Avalorn. I think Sisters will probably win this engagement, just through superior melee skills. It'll be interesting to see, but he's going to go ahead and pull out his Sisters of Avalorn anyway, hope to find some support elsewhere, which, you know, that's not a bad idea either. Tyrion got the worst end of that engagement with Ungrim Ironfist, and Ungrim, who is an anti-large behemoth, is going to chase Tyrion, who is large because he is on his horse. So balance of power is definitely going in favor of the Dawi player at this stage. But there's still a benefit of Mage of Life here on horseback. Yeah, if it was on a chariot, this could be a different story. Artillery is opening fire on... Oh, that's a routed Sisters. They lost that engagement with the Thunderers over there with the help of the Grudge Thrower. A unit has been wiped out. Ooh. I guess that was the Swordmasters. If it was, that's really bad news for the High Elf player, and it looks like it was, unless that's them in the distance. That's the Theelmar Chariot. Here goes Tyrion, routing from the battlefield. Thunderers are now left with all the opportunity in the world to try and just deal as much damage as possible. Tyrion is recovered, but he is just standing here. Oh, nope, he's been reactivated. What a brave call from the High Elf player. He says, I'm going to go ahead and charge him in with the support of the Pyramid Company, but it's not going to make enough of a difference. That is it for Tyrion. He is out, especially while under bullet fire, and he dies right before the very end. What a great replay. That was fun. So, these new guys, not without some skills. Not without some skills. That was really, really solid. I liked what I saw here. The picks in general, 111 kills on the Pyramid Company. That's amazing. 36 on the Swordmasters of Hoeth. They unfortunately got overwhelmed. 33 on the Thilmar Chariot. 34 on Tyrion. Even the Life Mage getting some damage in. Ungrim Iron Fist not getting any kills, but doing the lion's share of the work against Tyrion. The Runesmith with 8 kills. Miners of blasting charges. Most of these kills were against Spearmen, of course. Dawi Warriors, so-so. This one picked up an XP Chevron. Giant Slayers with 89 kills. Slayers with 26. 116 on that Giant Slayer. Lots of damage from the Thunderers and from the Grudge Thrower. Really, really cool battle, and I greatly enjoyed watching that. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this one, and I'll see you in the next video.